In it for the long haul flight, committed. Wanted me to...
DA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Certainly happy to have you along. Chase McLaughlin has it on the tee, and off we go here in Tampa. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Hyatt goes in motion left. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. This will wind up a loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Matt Horizon now on to pump this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Jet sweep to start the drive. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. He'll look to throw. The kicker here is complete.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll try him down with Irving. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The drive will start with an option going left. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Not a lot of success to be found there.
Well, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Flush to his right. He's got Hamler on the outright. And it'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and in the win over the Rams.
There's a little bit of enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive line. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Hyatt goes in motion left. 2nd and 9 now. That one finds Pierce right side. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 3rd and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. They'll set up a throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, you have man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. Now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Well, they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They go play action here on 1st down. And it's complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. Here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Buccaneers had 10-3 on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Back to throw again. Dancing to his left. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Azeez Ojulari make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Makes it 3rd down and 5.
Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Condors 3, Buccaneers 0.
Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, this pass broken up. The contact well time there, and now fourth down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
I swear I'm leaving the city if y'all don't...
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Okay, let's make some good plays today. Come on.
He'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. But, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tap go through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he bats it away. It falls down incomplete.
Quarterbacks worked overtime on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. See if they can be better here on this drive. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
3rd and 5. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Back to throw here. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
No, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
Returnable here for Davis. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. He's going to look deep down the field. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. Jalen Hyatt hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Condors are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Condors 10. Buccaneers nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Offense set to begin their next possession. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Open receiver complete. They're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And this offense has been a little slow to get going, but some signs of life here in this 2nd quarter. They're moving it pretty good, and that helps the cause as well. Good yardage and another 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
2nd and a couple. They'll drop the throw. That's taken in by Powell. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. 10-0 our score. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 20 line. Brian Burns. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
21-yard line.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Touchdown! 5-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers have cut it back within a score. The extra point by the blocker is up and good. That'll put it to 3 and 10. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now a play fake here on first down. As he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprising face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion for him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bucs are going to have a short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw.
Short throw, he's got Kraft.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talked about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They'll look to throw again. That is moving complete over the middle. It's Palmer. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Buccaneers 7.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports.
He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it to 26.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Back to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here is complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before hauling out of bounds. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after running 3 in the first half. They run out of the gun with Irvin. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Palmer going to go in motion left.
Here we go on 2nd and 12.
Open man, it's Palmer.
And they get it inside the 10 at the 8. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he fends him off. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion. All right, Captain, it's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we
just seen it. I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Bucky Irving from 8 yards out. And the Buccaneers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out of the ground. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime mix had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operated.
Well, when you pointed out to me a half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
This is intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
That's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Wants a screen pass. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well in the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. Oh, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they found a way to be successful with it.
And with a hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. And the rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right in the yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Dances by him. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That good for 19 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Back now in Tampa. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the fourth. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Try to lay one up deep. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Buccaneers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
We got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
That's complete to Carter.
He'll get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
These guys certainly not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
First down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 2nd and 8. He finds his man complete. That's Palmer. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Brian Burns picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. They'll set up a throw.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do and kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Absolutely, just needed a touch more air. Instead, he fired an absolute bear. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He'll drop the throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Trying to get that to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw it to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. Back to throw again. Complete right side to Hyatt. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Hands it off out of the gun.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Got man, he hits him in stride. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Alec Pierce
From 4 yards out.
And the Condors are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch. Tomorrow.
They'll try and throw for it. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I know they're there's some time on the clock, but I still think you kick the extra point there and don't go for two and go for the win in that spot.
Yeah, time or no time, why not just take the one and even the score?
And then that way, no matter what, at least you know what you're dealing with now. It's a whole different strategy. You got to decide whether you want.
And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A very rare kickoff return on an onside kick. And the Buccaneers get an important score there to extend their lead here this fourth quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
First down and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They'll come up first and 10 here. Back to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit, get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here, relax a little bit as they start this big drive. Exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
That's complete to Pierce. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save the timeout. Back to throw. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Another good throw there on what has been a strong rookie season to this point, Charles, as he now has surpassed the 3,000-yard mark with that last completion.
And just think he's been forced to learn on the job here in his first year. Normally, veterans talk about, hey, I got the answers to the test before the game even begins. But this guy's taking the test with every throw, with every game. And so far, he's passing with flying colors.
He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's wrong. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of.
And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a two-point conversion.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have two to possibly take this to overtime.
Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this two-point conversion.
The offense will line up for a two-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the fourth. Everything was riding on that two-point conversion, and they got it.
They got it. They now have the momentum. Time really dwindling in this game. Now their big deal is make sure to get a good kickoff and don't give up anything big on the defensive end.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute, as it kicks away here. Here's first and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll have a first down, but a great tackle there keeps him from getting to the boundary. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. They'll look to throw now on first down. He sets to fire deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And you certainly have to applaud the effort here. They're not settling for overtime. They're trying to get in position to win it with a late field goal. That takes some guts, but this one is going to wind up incomplete.
They'll come up now on second down. Looking to throw. Short throw. He's got Kraft.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
For the Buccaneers field goal. A 59-yard attempt.
Does he have the distance? He does. It's good. My goodness, he hits it from the parking lot as time expires.
And now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for Tampa Bay, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Toronto, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.